Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us. We'll get started in just a couple minutes. And as we're waiting for people to come in, go ahead and add where you're from in the chats area. What country are you from?
There was a first person from Vietnam. Hi, Nika, and the Guadalupe, Latvia. Nice to see you here.
Wow, people are from all over. Hello from Poland.
Yes, there was a sunny Ukraine, the Georgia, Croatia, the Mexico, Indonesia, Greece. Yes, that's the international. The next time we should have like a blinking map with that,
Yeah.
that the country is shining, whatever the person puts the name of a country there. Hello from Russia and the Philippines.
Oh, great. Well, keep on adding in your countries, where you're from. Hello to all who have just joined us. I think in the interest of time, we'll just get started, but please go ahead. We've already found that chat, so keep on doing it. All right, so hi everyone, and welcome to today's session called New Beginnings, Building a Robust Teaching and Assessment Program from the Outset. Today, we will be hearing from Bartek Janiak. Bartek is a teacher trainer and senior assessment advisor with Pearson, Central and Eastern Europe. He has worked in the field of education for more than 10 years, including roles in professional coaching. Bartek holds an English language teaching degree from the University of Lodz. As some quick housekeeping before we get started, we will be having a short Q&A session towards the end of this webinar. So please feel free to submit your questions in the questions box at any time during the talk, and we'll try to get through as many as possible. Certificates of attendance will be sent out in the days following this session. And finally, this webinar will be recorded and available shortly after the session in case you would like to share it with colleagues. And now I'm happy to pass it over to Bartek.
Okay, hello everyone. And there is 1 hour ahead of us. I hope that you are still in the holiday mood. We'll see. And that you can hear me and you can see the slides and you're enjoying your morning or evening, because it's evening here in Poland. And for some people, there might be the morning. So I hope you're going to have a great day or a great evening. And ahead of us, there's a building a robust and teaching assessment program from the very beginning. So we will see what can we do. Before we move on, there is a quick explanation of what I would like you to do. The first one, as you can see, the palm trees. I want you basically to sit and enjoy. That's it. If you have a good cup of coffee or a tea, grab it or mineral water and sit and enjoy. Listen and be open to the ideas that you will get. And who knows, maybe they will help you in your teaching practice. Feel free to use the chat as you are using right now, because there will be some interactive questions. So the moment you get a question, I would appreciate it if you could just type in your answers. And in the middle, you've got this universe, and this universe will represent the ecosystem that we prepared for you, the ecosystem about the assessment. And I will try to leave with you quite a solid structure of what this ecosystem is and how you can use it in your teaching programs and in your teaching practice. And pay attention to the slide with this yellow trophy, because when you see the slide with this yellow trophy, it means that this is a competition time. So you'll have a question, you'll have to do something online, just find some information on the page, and the first 2 people who will get the correct answer and type it in the chat will win something. Okay, so there are 4 questions. So we'll have 8 winners altogether. So pay attention whenever you see the slide with this yellow trophy, it means that's the competition time. And there will be questions and you'll have to do something. The session is about the adult learners, so 14 plus. So anything with the age 40, anyone with the age of 14 plus, there's no upper limit with the general English. So this will be the assessment, the ecosystem of the assessment that you can use within these groups. But before we move into these elements, the first question to you is, how is your holiday time? And you have three options. Either you can type yes, or you can type partly, or you can type no way in the chat box. In a second, you will see a GIF and there will be question. Is there anyone who is still enjoying their holiday time? You can say no way, or partly, or yes. No way, yes, partly. Okay, that's the mixture. Someone is still lying on the beach, or someone is like sipping drinks, partly. Great, good to see that there are some people enjoying and some people saying like, no way, that's definitely the past. The second option, have you done the renovation this summer in your place? A small one or a big one? Yes, no way, no, partly, because for some people, especially in my country, that the holiday time is a good time to renovate something or to change something in the house or flat. So actually they spend their holiday and they end up being really tired. And the next question, maybe you are the type that is called the work nation type. Yeah, so enjoying the holiday and working at the same time. Yeah, so although there's a beautiful seaside, you've got your computer and your teaching programs. Okay, so partly, yes, no way, no way. Okay, so we've got the mixtures, people from around the world and the different replies. Maybe you are already that tired because of the holiday ends and because you know that within the next few weeks, the school year starts. Are you the one? Yes, 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 partly. Okay, so for some people actually end up the holiday period and they feel like, oh my God, I need extra 2 weeks after my holiday time because I need to recharge. Or maybe you are this energetic type looking forward to the first day at your school. Huh? No, okay. The energetic, yes. Some people are loaded with energy, so which is really good because we're gonna need this energy and we're gonna need your energy just to transfer this energy to your students. So we've got quite a mixture of people, and whenever it's yes, partly or no way, I hope that you will finish your holiday time with some positive events and you will just enter the new school year on a high note. And whether we want it or not, we need to have a plan. Okay, there is a strategy at the short-term plan. Okay, I need to survive the first few weeks, the semester, or the whole year. Or actually, there is a long-term planning. Okay, what would I like to achieve by the end of the next 4 years with my students? Okay, where would I like them to be by the end of their education path? So once you design the teaching program, there is an element of assessment that sooner or later appears within this system. And as a Pearson, we created, I called it this ecosystem of various elements that actually they play together. Okay, it's like a one team. They can be used separately, but taking the broader picture, and this is something I'd like you to consider in future, that they all are in a way connected. So we start at the very beginning with the category which is called the place. Okay, so basically anything to do with the placing students in the right group. So probably you all know there is nothing worse than having student in the group with a lower level or with the higher level, and he spends lesson being basically bored because there's nothing challenging for him, or there is a student that is struggling from the very beginning and basically doing really best to understand the first lesson because the level is too hard for him. And then you need to move the students and then to check whether the next lesson is okay for him, whether the timing is okay. So the first category, the placement. Then there is a second category, the benchmark. So basically it's all about the measuring progress to see how the students develops, okay, to see the point in the language development, okay, and be able to predict what are the next move, okay? What we should do to make him accomplish and to make him to reach the next level. Then there is a next category of name like certify. So this is where you get into the international certificates. This is where you get when you have students that say, I need the international certificate because I need to prove my command of English and I need to attach this certificate to a CV. Or maybe because I'm gonna studying at the university and the university expects me to prove my command of English. So this is the next category. And the last category is verification, the highest category. So this category will be for those people who are planning to move to another country and they apply for a visa. And this is a formal requirement that you need to have one of the certificate mentions. And in this case, it's PT academic, or you'll be studying at the university and you'll be studying in English. Okay, so these are the 4 categories. And when you look at this ecosystem, there's a question to you. Which category or categories are you interested in when it comes to a new school year? Okay, think of a forthcoming school year for you as a teacher and which categories are you interested in? The certify, okay. The placing, mostly the first 2, the benchmark, the place and benchmark. So this is really important message because from the very beginning, you found the starting point of where to start the assessment ecosystem and how to build from the very beginning. So once you have your category, then there is a question, okay, so I'm interested in placing or I'm interested in the verify category. So what's next? So the next one is, I want you to become curious about it. That's it. Once you have your favorite category to start, become curious about it. And the question to you is, okay, how to become curious about it, okay? What types of activities will suggest that you are curious about particular category? Can you think of any? Okay. If you become curious about the category, what activities will show that actually you are curious about something? Research about it, okay, Googling, the webinars, the finding information, okay, questioning, getting information, the quizzes, looking for ideas, asking around, yes. So I will leave you with the several categories that one of the greatest psychologists I know, Todd Kashdan, he works on the well-being, the mindset, the personal strength, and he's also responsible for quite intensive research on becoming curious about something. So here are the elements that would help you and would help your students, because I hope that you can pass this information further to what to pay attention to when you are curious about something. The first one is joyous exploration. So basically seeking out new knowledge and information. That's it. Become joyous about something, just as someone wrote, Google it, take part in the webinar, play with the information, play with the brochures that you get, just seek the information because you say, hey, that's something interesting and I need to do it. But this is only one element of this curiosity. The second element, this is, well, the complex name, deprivation sensitivity. But basically when you explore something, you search for the information, then you try to correspond this information and to compare this information with your current reality. And then this is the place when the knowledge gap appears. So basically you think, okay, but my reality is a bit different. So then the problems arise, and it's not only about the joy, but it's also about the anxiety. So accepting the anxiety that I need to solve some elements, just I need to find the missing bits just to create the complete puzzle. But that's the only second element. The third one is stress tolerance. Actually, curiosity and becoming curious about something means that you tolerate the doubt, the confusion, and the anxiety that will arise from exploring new events. So this is something natural. And some people at this point say, oh no, that's not for me, because I'm not sure what's gonna be in the future. And oh, so it's not about curiosity, but actually this is an element of curiosity. Becoming curious means also tolerating the stress element that comes because it's doing something new. The next one is the social curiosity. Someone wrote about asking questions. So the social curiosity means talking to your fellow teachers, finding your Pearson representative, basically, and sending him an email and say, hey, I need to talk to you about the benchmark because I'm thinking about implementing benchmark and I'm using these course books. Let's talk about it, okay? Observing others, okay, knowing that this solution is tested or is being used in other institutions. So ask them for any feedback, for any potential tips that could help you, or basically engage in the meaningful conversation. And the last one, the thrill seeking. That's it. The willingness to take risks. Basically, these are the 4-5 elements of becoming curious about it. When we talk about the people, usually we have 4 groups: the fascinated ones, and they are quite high on all the categories. So they search for the information, they embrace stress, they accept the anxiety, they talk with people, they experiment, they play. And then there is an element of thrill seeking. Okay, I'm gonna get to a different level and it's exciting, and I'm gonna use the solution I haven't used before. Then we have the problem solvers. So the problem solvers are the ones that are good in this deprivation sensitivity. They do not necessarily get quite big joy from exploration, but they know how to solve problems. We've got the empathizers. So those who love talk, listen, and just share ideas. When it comes to the conversation, they are the first one. But when it comes to doing, okay, it takes a bit longer for them just to engage into the activity. And finally, we have people that they are called avoiders. Okay, oh, no, something new, sorry, that's too much for me. Thank you, I'm not gonna do it. They usually score very low in all these categories. So once you have the category you're interested in, please remember that, become curious about it, and you can teach your students how to become curious about the things they learn. So we have the categories of this ecosystem, and there is the first category with the placing, and the name of the placement test. This is the level test. You will see the link on the slide, but you already have the link in your chat box. Okay, so what I want you to do, I want you to enter the page, and I want you to become curious about the level test. Find any information that is interesting to you and type in the chat, what have you managed to learn? Right now, off you go. Just open the web page, play with it. If you find some interesting information, a really short one, a word or a sentence or anything that is interesting, just put it in the chat, okay? See what we'll manage to create. Removes the time, okay? Stress and risk of a human error. Wow, that's interesting. Scored are marked by artificial intelligence, okay. The fast score reports, okay. This is something about the human error and stress. Oh, it's fast and efficient, okay. Someone wrote about testing language skills in 30 minutes, okay. There is a video, okay. This is something about the student feedback. There's artificial intelligence backed, yes. Easy and fast, okay. Complete as can be, someone found it that it can be taken from home. Yes, that's true, it could be taken from home. There's clear results. Okay, really interesting, the versatile. So that's true. So this is about the joyous exploration. This is how you explore things, and just you look quickly at the things that are attractive to you. So basically, what I want you to remember, that it's really fast. It takes 30 minutes, okay, to test all the skills. And we all know that placing should be quite fast. Okay, we shouldn't spend several hours trying to come up with the level. It's very efficient because it's prepared, so everything is ready and the test is adaptive. Okay, so the questions grow in difficulty with the learner. And someone wrote, as you probably guessed, this is supported by artificial intelligence and supported by the team who is responsible also for PT Academic. So one of our highest, the high-stake exams, which is trusted by the government and the various institutions around the world. So there are really serious people involved. And I remember I once heard a really wonderful quote about artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence actually is designed by human. Human are responsible for teaching artificial intelligence how to mark. It is meant for human being, and it is aimed at helping human being move progress in life. So there are a lot of human elements within artificial intelligence. Okay, this is good to know and good to remember. It's very easy to use. It's one of the most popular feedback I get from students that actually take the test. They say, oh, it's so easy, and I can use the test and I have no problems in dealing with it. Okay, there are reports. Okay, you can get group report and you can get individual report. And as you probably know, I told you it's an ecosystem. So it's partly linked to the next benchmark test. So it allows you to assign students with a correct level. And then there is a benchmark to monitor progress. And right now there is a competition time. Are you ready? I hope that you are. So the question is, what is a density map? And you need to download something, and you need to download the brochure. Okay, I want you to download the brochure, and I want you to find and answer the question, what is a density map? The first two people who will get a correct answer in the chat will get something. Okay, download the brochure and answer the question, what is a density map? There is an information there. Density map shows, oh yes, we've got Natasha and
Jessica.
And Jessica. So we've got the two winners. So we'll contact you quite soon after the webinar, and you get 5 level tests. So actually you'll not only be able to see it yourself and to test it yourself, but you'll be able to use it with your students. So the 5 level test goes to the first winner and the 5 level test goes to the second winner. And now the next category, the benchmark. Okay, so this is another part of this ecosystem. Look for the link, and the link is already in the chat. So open the web page and just get into this joyous exploration and see what information can you get about the benchmark test. The progress, okay, suitable for any course. Okay, that's good. The benchmark test is suitable for any course. They're accurate and efficient. The journey to fluency. All skills aligned to GSE, the global scale of English. Okay. It's fast. Global scale of English. Yes. Journey to fluency. Easy to use. Reliable. Okay. Real English. It could be taken from home. Okay, it could be taken at school and home. Yes. Great. And students can track their progress, which is really good to show either to stakeholders in a school or to your students to see, hey, this is you at this very point. So yes, that's thank you for the second element of the JERS exploration. As you correctly discovered, it's very accurate. So it's based on the global scale of English, which is a granular scale. And at the same time, this is aligned to the Common European Framework. So it allows you to quite precisely point the level a student is, not only within the levels like B1 or B1 plus, but on a gradual scale within the particular level. So actually you are able to see whether he's at the very beginning of B1, in the middle, or he's closing the B1 and it's ready and to move into the B1 plus. It's quite efficient because the tests are prepared and there are 3 tests per level. Okay, so basically they aim to use through the learning process either at the very beginning, at the end of a school year, or there is an option to do it in the middle. But we need to remember there must be a sufficient amount of learning hours before the test, so that actually we could see the progress. It could be used with any course, which is true. However, for those who are using Pearson coursebook, there is a course mapping. So once you get the result and you select the course that you are teaching from, the report shows you the example activities that you can use with your students actually to help them to improve particular skill. It's backed by artificial intelligence. This is the same system as for the level test and the same group of people responsible for training as the ones from PT Academic. There is a possibility to have individual report as well as a group report, which is something that institutions are likely to look for. And it could be used as a progress monitor, as I told you at the very beginning, but it could be also used as a readiness indicator for high stakes exam. Basically, once you have someone preparing for the Pearson English International Certificate or PT Academic, the progress could be an indicator whether they are at the appropriate level. Those 2 certificates require preparation because there was especially PT Academic, because the academic English, but the progress allows you at the very beginning to show, okay, this is the level that you're in, so we can start towards PT Academic in this amount of time according to the level. And the question to you, which is the competition question, provide 2 examples of exercises that learners will have to do during the test. Okay, just find it. And the icon suggests speaking and listening. Short 2, okay. And I think because there are multiple answers here, so this is the question that I think Jen will have to announce the winners later on, just to see who got the correct answer. But the winners will get 5 benchmark tests. So the first 2 in the chat will be recorded, so we'll be able to track the winners, and we'll contact the winners and they will get 5 benchmark tests each. So you'll be able to use the benchmark in your educational path, actually, to do a mini pilot to see how it goes, and we'll contact the winners with the same manner as we did with we'll do with the level test. Once we've got the correct, we managed to place the student with the appropriate level and we track their progress, there comes a time when our candidates said, hey, I will need international certificates because I will need it to find a good job, and I need to attach my proof of my language skills, and I need to attach it to a CV. And we begin to prepare and we begin to move towards international certificates. So the Pearson English International Certificate, this is the first option. You will get a link in the chat in a second. So once you get the link, or you see the link in, oh yes, the link is in the chat. So open the page and see what can you learn about the Pearson English International Certificate.
And actually, hold on one second because I posted the readiness test.
No, it should be the international one. Yes. Hold on a second. You'll get the second link quite soon. Dum, 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 dum.
The pressure. Hold on one sec.
Ah,
there we go.
Oh yes, there it is. Yeah, so get the link, open the page, and the boost of confidence. Okay, quick reading and writing. You see what can you learn about the Pearson English International Certificate. Page not found. This is what people learned. Probably there is some element missing in the link. Okay, once again, the link.
All right, thank you, everyone.
And this is about the interaction. Yes. No specific preparation course required. Yes. All skills are tested. So don't worry. You've got the link again. I hope it should work this time. Speaking, reading, and listening. Yes. It's working. Okay. Skills required in the real world. Yes. So this Pearson English International Certificate is not related to any course. It tests real English communication skills. So this is very important. This is the communication skills that you will use in your real life scenarios. Accredited by Edexcel. Yes, that's true. Authentic. There are 6 levels to choose from. Great. Inclusive, authentic. There are some resources available. Yes. The guides are provided. Could we get all rewards? Yeah. Great. So the joyous exploration number 3. So the Pearson International English International Certificate. So this is a paper version certificate. So you need to send a candidate to a testing center to take the test. There are dates of the exam sessions on our webpage, and you decide which is the session that you'll be sending your students to, okay, whether that is the March or the July or the September session. You choose from looking at your teaching plan, at your preparation pathway. However, as you can see in the middle, and this is this red glow, so this is something that we already announced, and pay attention to further webinars, especially in September. And I think you can book Thursdays in September, because we'll be talking about the Pearson English International Certificate online version. The online version that could be taken at the testing center, Pearson View, but there is also a possibility of taking the test at home, because this exam will be proctored. So there will be a person monitoring a candidate taking the test. So we learned the lesson, and we decided to give more flexibility, looking at the previous year and the COVID isolation, some test centers being closed. Sometimes there is a huge distance between the candidate and the testing center, and the candidate would like to take the test, but there is a fairly small chance of getting to the testing center because of the distance, or because of the local regulation, the isolation, and the lockdowns. So there is a possibility, there will be a possibility to take the test at home. The test will be proctored. So we'll pay attention, we'll make sure that the test will have the same security status. There's quite a lot of support available for you and for the teachers, for the students as well. So there are tips, test tip guides. There are familiarization guides. So if you want to learn about the test from the perspective of a test taker, from the perspective of a teacher. There are lesson plans prepared for you so that you could use them in your teaching practice. There are practice tests, the webinars that we try to deliver, and we hope that you get the information you need. There are correlation tables. So there are correlation tables linking our courseware, our course books with the exam strategies and the item types that are expected to happen during the test. And there are two more extra items, the readiness test and the warm-up app. So these two, I'd like to spend a few minutes more. So the first is the readiness test. So you've got the link. So this is something new. So, okay, so it predicts the readiness and gives a complete breakdown. Yes, so the readiness test could predict whether your candidate is ready for Pearson English International Certificate. Try to explore this page and try to find some more information. There is a boost in learners' confidence, yes, because they get a signal. It provides you with the learning recommendation, which is true. They check all the levels, which is true. It's mapped to the Pearson courses. That's true. You select the course and it gives you the suggested activities. Detailed summary. Okay. I will help you. Can you find some information about the traffic lights? Traffic lights. If you are ready, potentially ready or not ready. Basically, it's very clear color coding. So this is truth. Thanks a lot. So it tells you if you're ready to take the test. Okay, so it is very important, especially as someone wrote it, boosts the confidence, and it gives you a signal as a teacher, as a student. Okay, and I get extra confidence. Okay, now I'm ready for the next session, or maybe I need some time, or I need to work harder on some of the skills, and then we need to slightly readjust the teaching program because I want to improve in those skills. So the question, the competition question right now is, I want you to download something. I'm not gonna help you what should be downloaded, and I want you to answer the question. Should Irving Holloway take the test, take the exam? Yes, no, why not? Yes, no, why not? Okay, no, it's not the correct answer. You need to put why not. If the answer is no, you need to say why not. I'm still waiting for the correct answer. So I will help you a bit. You need to download an example report from the page. Okay, there's one person. The second one, okay, I think it was Veronica, and if I could scroll. And Linda, because it shows not ready with the for almost everyone. Yes, he shouldn't take the test because he's ready only in writing. All the other skills are signaled not ready. So it means quite a lot of work for them. So congratulations to the winners, and you will get free readiness tests. So you'll be able to use the readiness test, the full readiness test with your students, or you'll be able to take one of the tests and do it yourself to get this readiness filling. And we'll contact the winners in the same manner as with the previous questions. The last tool, this is from the Pearson English International Certificate. This is the warm-up app. You've got the link below, but basically keep the link for yourself. This warm-up app is free of charge, so you can download it on iOS, on Android. basically we designed an application that allows the learners to practice all the skills which are required for Pearson English International Certificate. If I could have the link in the chat, please. Okay, actually, it's possible to find this warm-up app using the first link you got about Pearson English International Certificate if you scroll down. So basically, explore it, just become curious about this application. So download it, share it with your student, and ask them what do they think about it. Just assign some time for just using the application within your teaching program. And finally, we arrive at the category of verifying. So this is category where we meet Pearson PT Academic. So this is the page at the very bottom. Before we talk about PT Academic, could you please get into this page and try to find some interesting information about PT Academic? The link is quite simple. So if it's not in the chat, you can just put pearsonpt.com and you will get to this page. Unbiased, study abroad and immigration. Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Sertel. Ready when you are, okay? Quick results, only in 2 days. Yes. Fast recognize. Approved for visas. That's true. You can book the test 24 hours in advance all year round, which is true. Computer-based testing. This is true. Recognize. Okay. So this is the exam when you need to verify your command of English. Verifying, I mean when you will apply for a visa because you will move or you will work in another country, or you have a student that actually says, I want to study in a different country, and actually I will be using English there, and PT Academic is expected. One of the exam approved by this university, and there is a level given that I need to achieve the minimum level in order to get into the admission process. So then you'll start engage into conversation with your students how to prepare for PT Academic. Please remember that this is a computer-based test taken at the PT Academic Test Center. Okay, there are loads of security measures because there is a visa application, so there is a governmental procedures included there, and this is academic English. So this is the first bit of information. Whether you have the general English student saying, hey, my command of English is quite good, I can take PT Academic without any problems. Talk about academic English, okay? Show him the tasks, show him the types, the things that he will need to work on in order to succeed and get a good result. PT Academic also enjoys a large variety of support that we have for the teachers and for the test takers. So there is a free online course for any of the teachers around the world interested in learning about everything, all the bits and pieces about PT Academic, the exam types, the strategies, the format, the scoring guide, and this course is free of charge and you can enroll anytime. There are practice tests. Similar to Pearson English International Certificate, there are test tips and strategies. There's a score guide because you and the students, you need to understand how the test is scored. And there are official course books. And if I were you, I would start with the PT Academic official guide, basically as a good starter for any learning and preparation course that you would like to have towards PT Academic. There are lesson plans, the webinars, and there is also a practice application app on the mobile phone, which is also free of charge. So you can download it and you can just share it with your students and just use it within your teaching practice. And now there is a question, the last competition question. Oh yeah, there's a slide about the recognition around the world. So this is just a flavor to show you that the number of universities around the world accepting PT academic, and the list is updated every 2 or 3 months, and this recognition is really growing steadily, and we are getting more and more institutions accepting PT academic. So the competition question is, I want you to use the same link for pearsonpte.com, and I want you to imagine that you want to study in Australia, and I want you to book PT academic in Switzerland. So what is the name of the testing center in Switzerland, and what is the closest exam date and time? You need to put everything in one sentence, okay? Okay, study in Australia, you want to book PT academic in Switzerland. So what is the name of the test center, and what is the closest exam date and time? And put everything in one sentence. The name of the testing center, exam. I'm not interested in the city. No, it's not Australia. Tim. Geneva is a city. IT Training Academy, okay. But you need to give me the closest exam date and time, Natasha, to be the winner. So just the name of a testing center without the address and the closest exam date and time. IT Training Academy. Munich is not in. IT Training Academy, okay, September. But I think it's not the 1st of September, sorry. If you'll get the calendar, there will be a box shining with the closest date available. Okay, 1st of September, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. This is the correct one.
Well, there could have been a cancellation.
There could have been a cancellation. So actually, my correct answer was the 22nd of September, but actually this is the live page and someone could have canceled the exam. So if it's the 1st of September, that's the correct answer, and the 3 p.m. that's the correct answer as well. We will find the first 2 winners in the chat box, and the winners get free PT academic practice test. Basically, so you'll have an experience to go through complete full PT academic practice test at home, or you'll be able to share this test with your students interested in PT academic. Looking at the things all together, so this is the ecosystem, and I like you to think about it like the complete journey that will enrich the teaching program. So at the very beginning, you've got a toddler, that there's language skills that they cannot communicate effectively, and they really don't know what is the level. They say, I think I'm B1, or I'm not sure if I'm pre-intermediate. So then there is a chance for you to implement the level test. Once you've got the level test, then there is a chance for you to track the progress of your students through the educational path. Okay, so using it, the benchmark test with the granular scale, and looking at the group reports and individual reports, actually to modify the teaching plan. And then sooner or later, there will be a time when your students will be interested in the international certificates, either as a proof of their language skills, because they need to find, they will be sending CV and they need a certificate, or either they will be moving to another country or they will be studying in another country and will be using English as the main language at the university. So actually, the ecosystem allows you to embrace all the educational path from the very beginning till the very end. So this is something that we need to talk. I remember, like, it was few weeks ago, I had a conversation with one of the school owners here in my country, and he said that no one talks with teenagers about their dreams for the future. No one really asks the questions, what would you like to do in future? Because some people think that the teenagers don't know yet. They have too many things. But actually, when we engage in an honest conversation, some students are likely to say, hey, I'd like to study abroad. And right now we've got online programs. I'm not interested in studying abroad. I'm gonna stay in my country, but I will find a really good profession in the field I'm interested in. So at the very beginning, students are likely to give you a clear indicators about the potential conversation you could have with them about the preparation path. So, hey, if your dream is to study abroad, why don't we make this dream come true as far as the language is concerned? And I will help you in preparing, because I know that PT Academic might help you actually get a place at the university. So although it's quite a few years ahead of us, then you start with this conversation at the very beginning. And now there is the information how to approach this ecosystem. If you are closer to this cartoon, so if you're a rookie with technology and basically you're a bit afraid, you are a type of avoider, so say, I'm not really into it, okay? So if you are the type, so the tip for you is one is enough, okay? Choose one category and just start making mini steps till you build your confidence with using technology. If you are the type with the wood chopping guy, okay, really an expert, okay, in the assessment portfolio, really an expert in technology, and you've got the experience, you've been through several elements in your teaching paths, and you can see this bigger picture, then you need to go for the bigger picture. Then you need to see this ecosystem as a whole. So not only think about the level at the very beginning, but also think about the Pearson English International Certificate online or PT Academic at the very end, although it might be several years till you get there. So this is my tip for those who want to engage into these activities. Being a rookie, make small steps, okay? Just learn this tolerance about the technology. If you are an expert, go for the bigger picture. Just to put things together, remember that these are the last weeks of your holiday time. So relax, but at the same time, think about the things you will do when you enter your professional and when you enter your school year. Maybe some of you are already having meetings with your directors of studies, or maybe you are the director of studies or with the headmasters. Make sure to have a good teaching plan, and the teaching plan is not only about this year. I encourage those who are ready to think about the long-term planning and see how you can incorporate the assessment ecosystem within your preparation path, within your teaching program. The ecosystem consists of 4 elements. There is a level test if you want to place your students at the correct level. There is a benchmark test if you want to track progress. Then there is a certified category, so the Pearson English International Certificate, and there is a verified category, okay? So thinking about students moving to another country or studying in another country and using English as a main language. Please remember that once you have something that's interesting to you, become curious about it. And curious, it means joyous exploration, the stress tolerance, okay, accepting anxiety, talking with people about it, okay, just sending a message to your Pearson representative, hey, I've attended the webinar and I'm interested in benchmark. could you help me to get more information about this? If you are the rookie, the beginner, start with the small scale. So taking one step at a time, and finally start using the whole ecosystem in your teaching practice. So I guess that would be all for me. If you have any questions, then
Yes,
please ask.
we do. Thanks, Bartek, for such an interesting talk, and definitely a lively competition. We do have lots of great questions that came in, but not too much time. So let's go ahead and get started and see how many we can get through.
Sure.
The first one is, how can I use, or I'm sorry, hold on a sec. Will benchmark tests be available to all teachers who use Pearson courses?
Yes, well, the benchmark could be used with any course. The Pearson courses, there is an advantage of a teachers using Pearson courses because there is a course mapping. So once you get the result, you will get suggested activities how to improve your students in a particular skill.
Wonderful. The next one is, how can we access the tests? Do students have to sign in somewhere to take the tests?
Yes, there is a test hub. This is another example that shows that there is one common ecosystem, because all the tests, meaning the level test, the benchmark test, the readiness test, and soon Pearson English International Certificate will be on Test Hub. So basically, I would advise you to contact Pearson representative in your area and say that you are interested in this particular element, and just get a training of signing the account. One of the biggest advantage of this Test Hub, that it's fairly or very easy to use. This is what people say.
Wonderful, thank you. And the next question is the PTE certificate approved by European universities, especially with students coming from African countries?
Yes.
And also, is there a link for further information? Sorry.
Yeah, you will find the link. You will find this information in the page that I shared with you, but I will make sure that you get an extra link in this, the goodie bag or the backpack that is accompanying the webinars. So there is a recognition list with all the universities around the world that actually accept PT Academic. So you'll be able to track and basically see for yourself whether this particular university accepts PT Academic.
All right, great, thank you. And then I think we have time for one more question. How can I use the level test if I have students sitting next to each other and speaking at the same time?
Okay, so the question is that the level test takes 30 minutes. If you are afraid that they will be speaking at the same time, you can, and that the scores will be actually not valid because they talk at the same time. There is an option of using the level test, which is much shorter, 20 minutes, and you'll be basically assessing speaking skills in a different scenario, like a standard version using the interview option. Or if you follow our guides, because the level test and the benchmark test, there are guides available, you follow the procedure. We've got quite clear instructions of the space between the students. It should be between 2 and 3 meters between the exam desk, so that even when they speak with a good headset and a microphone, it will not affect the final result.
All right, thank you so much. And it's hard to believe, but we're actually at the top of the hour now. So thank you, Bartek, very much for leading such a great session today, and for everyone who joined us from around the world. In the next couple of days, we'll be sending you a certificate of attendance and a link to access our resource rucksack, which is filled with lots of great free resources. Yeah. And if you have time and are interested, please join us for more sessions in our Assessment Summer Camp series. The link to learn about all of our sessions and to register is listed here on the screen. And on behalf of Bartek, we hope you have a wonderful day and stay safe. Take care.
Yes, that's true. And we'll contact the winners for sure.
Yes,
so
definitely.
To share with the awards so that you could test it for yourself. Thank you for being with us. And I hope that you're going to have a great time wherever you are at this particular moment. Thank you.
Thank you.